Welcome to the Empowered Life Podcast, where we explore the secrets to successful entrepreneurship. I am your host, Alice McFarlane, master coach, speaker, trainer, network marketing entrepreneur, and human design fanatic with a true passion for empowering others to tap into their confidence, superpowers, and their purpose. On this podcast, I'm all about cutting through the fluff and BS and getting straight to the heart of what really matters, achieving your goals and living the life of your dreams. So, whether you are an entrepreneur, a goal-getter, or someone on the way to becoming the best version of yourself, we have got you covered. I'm so excited to have you here. Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode. Now, today is going to be a big topic, okay? I want to talk to you about the power of words, okay? Now, because words can have either so much power or no power, okay? So what do I mean by that? So words can have either so much power or no power. So somebody could come and say something to you, for example, and it means absolutely nothing to you. And then on another occasion, someone could say something to you that you are completely triggered by, okay? It's on your mind for the rest of the day. You could even let it ruin the rest of your day, the rest of your week, the rest of your month, whatever it might be. And it's replaying over and over what they said to you, okay? So why do words sometimes have so much power over us and then other times not so much, okay? So let's have a bit of a talk about this. So it all comes down to how you let those words affect your mindset. Okay. Now, I have a belief that you and I are in control of our own mindset. Okay. And we get to choose whether or not we let those words bother us or not. And now I know that's a big one. Some of you are going to be like, oh, that's a smack in the face. But we are in control and we get to choose whether or not these words bother us or they don't bother us. Okay. Now let me give you some examples. So words basically, they're only going to have an effect on you depending on how much you believe in what they have said to you. Okay. So if somebody's saying something to you, those words are only going to have an effect on you depending on how much you believe in what they have said to you. Okay, so let's dig a little bit deeper into this one. So if somebody came and said to me, okay, that I have the ugliest blue hair, what am I going to think? Okay, and just for those that are on the podcast who have maybe never seen me, I do not have blue hair. I have kind of blonde hair. Okay, so if somebody came and said to me that I have the ugliest blue hair, what am I going to think? Nothing, because I don't have blue hair. I don't believe that my hair is blue. Okay. However, if I did have blue hair and I may have been feeling insecure about my hair, I may have been insecure about the brightness, the style of it, whether or not I should keep it blue, or, whether or not I made the right decision, whether or not I like it, whatever it might be, it could affect me. If somebody came up to me and said that I had the ugliest blue hair and I was feeling potentially insecure about my blue hair. Okay. So that's just kind of like quite an elaborate, example. Because hopefully nobody would come and tell you that you had the ugliest hair. However, what if somebody came to me and said they didn't like how I presented a webinar or training? Okay. If I was feeling insecure about the webinar, if I was feeling insecure about the training that I had presented, if somebody said that to me, I could potentially, feel triggered by that. If I had felt that, I smashed my webinar, the training was fabulous, it was what I wanted to deliver, it met all my goals, it was fabulous, I would probably also just shrug it off and go, okay, no biggie. Or I could look at it and go, okay, all right, is that feedback? How do I take that on board? Or I potentially have insecurities around it and I let that bother me for the day, for the week, for the month, whatever it might be. And it could potentially even hold me back from, locking in a date for my next webinar, for my next training or whatever, because I allowed those words to have a lot of power over me. Okay, can you see where I'm going with this? So, what happens when you feel triggered? Okay, what should you do when you feel triggered? First of all, it is a good thing. Okay, does it feel like a good thing initially when you're triggered by something? Absolutely not. However, when you're being triggered by something, it is helping to alert you, helping you to bring awareness to something that you potentially have some insecurities around, that you could potentially want to work on. Okay, because usually, if you are triggered by something, there is a connection to being triggered by something that has potentially either happened in the past, okay, or being triggered by something could be an actual experience or something we've heard in the past or something that we've caught of someone. I like to use the whole caught of someone because I believe as we're growing up, we catch our beliefs off the people that are around us. So if you find that you're being triggered by something, okay, it usually is because of something that's happened in the past, something we've heard, something we've caught, or whatever it might be. However, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Okay, now I'm going to say that again. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Okay, and you're the one who is in control of how you choose to feel about something that is being said to you. Okay, so that is going to be your first step. So if you ever find that something that has been said to you has triggered you, you have the power to choose how you respond, how you want to feel about that, how long you are going to feel about that, who are you going to be? How are you going to react to being triggered? Okay? Because if we use being triggered as an opportunity for some self-reflection and for some growth, it is going to help us in the future. Okay, so what do we do if we've been triggered? Okay, so the first thing is obviously we need to acknowledge that, okay, this is not fun right now. Okay, acknowledge that this is not fun. It may not be easy, and there may be different situations that you have different responses. Okay, but I need you to ask yourself, okay, write it down. What triggered you? First of all, write down what triggered you. Okay. And then ask yourself, why was I triggered by this? Okay. Why do I think I felt like that? Dig deep, find out answer yourself, answer these questions to yourself. Okay. The easiest way I like to do this is journaling. Okay. So you might just find out that you were triggered by something today. Okay. Just write it down. I was triggered by this. And then that evening, when you've got some alone time, you may get your journal out and you literally go, okay, why was I triggered by this? Okay. Why do I think I felt like that? How did I feel? What do I think this is telling me about myself? Okay. And just literally keep asking yourself questions to dig deep to find out what it be. And you might even find it's just something as simple as you remember an uncle or an auntie or someone saying something to you little and you adopted that belief. Okay. But you get to choose the power that those words have on you. Okay, you get to choose how you respond to being triggered to those words. Are you going to give them a lot of power or are you not going to let them have any power over you? Okay, you get to choose how they affect your day. Okay, that hour, that day, that week, whatever it might be. Okay, and you also get to choose what to do by being triggered. Okay, are you going to use it as an opportunity for growth and to work out some areas that might need improvement? Or are you going to hold on to those? So, if you found this episode helpful today, okay, I would love for you to share it. I would love for you to also give us a 5-star review. It would mean the world to us. It also helps us to reach more and more people who would love to hear and need to hear this podcast. And just my last thing, okay? If you find that you are being triggered by things, okay, and you've listened to this podcast and you're, becoming more aware of your triggers and how you're responding to them and things like that, and you find that these triggers are coming up for you and they are associated with negative emotions, you're asking yourself, how is this making me feel? Okay, why do I feel this way? And you're looking at things and you're digging deeper. I can help you to remove those negative emotions. Okay. It's one of the processes that I use in my coaching. Okay. I use timeline therapy to assist in doing this. And generally, we do remove anger, sadness, fear, hurt, and guilt, and whatever other negative emotions may pop up for you, because it's actually not healthy to store these negative emotions in your body. Okay. So if you are someone who is finding that you are potentially being triggered repeatedly over some things, okay, reach out. Book in a discovery call with myself. Ask me any questions. You can reach out to me on Messenger, WhatsApp, whatever it might be. There's so many things. Go to the show notes, or depending where you're listening to this. And I would love to help you with your unresolved negative emotions, and we will remove them for you for good. But anyway, have a fabulous week, everyone, and I'll see you all next week. Bye, everyone. And that brings us to the end of another episode for the Empowerment Life podcast. I hope that today's episode has left you feeling inspired, motivated, or maybe it has just given you something to think about. A big thank you as well to all of our amazing listeners for being a part of our empowering community. I truly appreciate your support, your feedback, and also the dedication you have to your own personal development. And don't forget, if you have any questions, suggestions, or topics that you would like me to cover in future episodes, or you would like to work further with me, I would love to hear from you. We will have all the information on how to get in contact with me in the show notes. So, until next time, keep empowering yourself, because the only person who can truly unleash your potential is you.